Have you ever felt like the whole world is conspiring to steal your peace? A phone call at the wrong time, a hurtful remark, the ingratitude of someone you love, the slowness of a service. Every little annoyance adds up until you feel like you're about to explode. We often believe that serenity is a luxury reserved for solitude, far away from noise and people. But the truth is, peace isn't a place, it's a state of mind. It's a power that lives within you. The only question is, do you know how to activate it? Stoicism, the philosophy of great emperors and wise people, offers you a clear and powerful path so that nothing ever disturbs you again. Welcome to Stoic Power, where every word is designed to remind you that your greatest strength lies in your ability to govern your own mind. On this journey, we'll explore the fundamental truths that will allow you to walk through life with a calm others will envy. Not because things don't happen to you, but because you don't let them affect you. This is not a manual for insensitivity. It's a guide to liberation. Marcus Aurelius left us with a fundamental message. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Annoyance, anger, resentment, they are simply destructive thoughts we allow to inhabit our minds. But why do we let them in? Because we feel justified. We believe we have the right to be angry when someone offends us or when life doesn't go the way we want. And that belief that the world should unfold according to our plans is the true source of our suffering. Stoicism, however, confronts us with a brutally honest truth. The world owes you nothing. And people with their virtues and their flaws are just as they are. Seneca advised us, the future is uncertain. Therefore, do not fear the future, but the present. Instead of worrying about what could bother us, Stoics invite us to focus on the one thing we can control, our own response. To achieve such mastery, one must understand the principles that govern the universe and our own nature. The first fundamental principle is the acceptance of the dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught that there are things we can control, our actions, our judgments, our thoughts, and things we cannot, other people's behavior, the weather, the past. Most of the time, we get angry over things outside our control. Stoicism invites us to release that energy and center it on what we can actually master. Another key principle is the practice of negative visualization. Before something bad happens, imagine it. Not to bring about misfortune, but to be prepared. Imagine your car breaking down, a family member disappointing you, a plan unfolding differently than expected. When we are irritated by these things, it's because they catch us by surprise. But if you have already considered the worst scenario, you can face it with serenity. Stoicism is not a philosophy of apathy. It is a philosophy of preparation, a mental training for life. Each principle I will share are tools, arms for your mind, that will allow you not only to endure the reversals of life, but to use them to grow. Every offense, every inconvenience, every disappointment becomes an opportunity to practice patience, resilience, and wisdom. It's a perspective that changes the game. A power that once you possess it, no one and nothing can take from you. Now that we have laid the philosophical foundations, it's time for these principles to cease being mere ideas and become the tools that forge your serenity. Stoicism is not a philosophy of contemplation. It is a discipline of action. It's not about reading Seneca, it's about acting like him. Below, I will guide you through practical routines, each designed to dismantle annoyance before it takes root. Practical actions. First action, and one of the most powerful, compassion for others' ignorance. Most of the time when someone offends you, they do not act out of malice, but ignorance. They don't know what they're doing. Maybe they are dealing with their own pain, with their own sadness, or simply lack the wisdom to act otherwise. When you understand this, anger dissolves into compassion. Second action, acceptance of human nature. People are imperfect, and that is part of their nature. Expecting someone always to be perfect is like being angry at a river for flowing. You can't change their nature. Instead of being upset, practice acceptance. Third, the practice of delaying anger. When you feel yourself becoming angry, Don't act immediately. Pause. Breathe deeply. Seneca advised postponing your reaction so that the emotion cools. In those seconds or minutes of calm, reason returns, and the need for anger often fades. Fourth action, the exercise of visualization from the perspective of death. Imagine that the person who bothers you has just died. Would you still be angry with them? Probably not. Death gives a brutally honest perspective on what truly matters. Practicing this exercise helps you release resentment and forgive. Fifth, the distinction between fact and judgment. Someone yells at you, fact. You get angry because you believe they have no right to yell at me. Judgment. Anger doesn't come from the yell. It comes from your judgment of it. By separating the two, you can choose not to let it bother you. Sixth, remember the impermanence of everything. Offenses, inconveniences, losses, all pass. The only permanent thing is change. When you cling to a moment of anger, you stay stuck in the past. Let go and allow the moment to pass. Seventh, practice autarky, self-sufficiency. Your peace does not depend on anyone else. Tranquility isn't a gift others give you. It's an internal project. Focus on your own garden, not on the gardens of others. Eighth, the use of the maxim of benevolence. Assume that the other person has good intentions, even if their action seems negative. Often intentions are complex. Giving them the benefit of the doubt keeps you from falling into anger. Ninth, practice humility. You are not the center of the universe. The world doesn't revolve around you. Remembering your smallness before the vastness of the cosmos helps you put your problems into perspective. 10th, reorient your attention. When something annoys you, redirect your attention towards something you can control. Your work, a hobby, your health. It's not ignoring the problem. It's choosing where you place your energy. 11th, acceptance of fate. Accept what you cannot change. Don't fight with the universe. Serenity is accepting that there are forces greater than you. 12th, reflect on your own past. Think about the times you have offended others, your own mistakes. This builds empathy and reminds you we're all in the same boat of imperfection. 13th, practice gratitude. Be thankful for what you have, instead of getting angry about what you don't. Anger over lack dissolves in gratitude for abundance. 14th, use humor. Humor is the fastest antidote to anger. Don't take yourself too seriously. Humor gives perspective and releases tension. 15th, the practice of silence as a response. You don't always have to reply. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence. Silence that says, your opinion has no power over my peace. 16th action, the most important, constant practice. Serenity is not a destination, it's a path. Every time you apply one of these principles, you strengthen your mind and build the unshakable version of yourself. We have walked a powerful path, a set of principles that are more than mere ideas. They are a shield for your soul. They give you tools to understand that annoyance is not something happening to you, but something you choose. Serenity is not found in a world without chaos, but in a mind that does not allow itself to be disturbed by it. Think of all those times a small inconvenience stole a whole day of peace. Think of the energy wasted being angry with people or with circumstances. Stoicism offers you a way out, an opportunity to reclaim that energy and use it to build the life you want. With age comes the perspective that life is but a breath. Isn't it time to free yourself from the chains of anger and resentment? True power is not in controlling others, but in controlling yourself. The principles we have explored teach you exactly that. Each time you apply one of them, you are not just choosing calm, but building a version of yourself that is unshakable. Someone who does not react to adversity, but responds with wisdom. Someone who does not become upset by others' imperfections, but accepts them with compassion. Stoic serenity is not apathy. It is the power to choose your mental state, regardless of external circumstances. It is the greatest freedom you can have. The secret isn't to never be disturbed. but to understand that your disturbance is yours and you have the absolute power not to invite it into your life. If this helped you see more clearly, help us share this message. Subscribe, and let's continue walking together toward a life of purpose.